Here I am, it's your Gilbert. Inside one of Manuel Raeder's Adobe InDesign documents, it's the lookbook for Collection 42 by the fashion label Bless. Oopsie. Did I move you, dear? Well, I don't suppose it matters, not for Manuel nor for Bless. These designers share a contingent, improvised aesthetic that stands in skeptical relation to the compositional conformity which computerized design administers. In fact, this digital design document only partially specified the physical artifact that it would become. These graphics are arranged not in anticipation of being a self-contained and self-determined printed document, but of inhabiting other printed documents beyond Manuel's control. Each of Bless's lookbooks is published in this way. A favorite spot of Manuel's is the inner margin at the foot of the page. Defining a miniature book within a book, Bless's Collection 32 was presented here in the magazine Monthly Vampire. Collection 42 was printed in the food and drink magazine Condiment, not as a discrete editorial section, nor as a separate insert, but as a recurring, apparently incidental, graphic presence scattered variously across the pages of the magazine. Here, amid scenes from an article on the Stella Müller Schnapps distillery, Bless's work overlaps and infringes the magazine's better-behaved content, declaring itself exceptional, like a guest who does not observe the dress code. But these are not aggressive intrusions. Bless's presence is inserted directly into the digital design document and printed in the same process as the rest of the magazine. Bless's presence is negotiated. Nonetheless, the interaction between Manuel's graphic design and the host magazine's graphic design creates peculiar aesthetics. Compositional anomalies occur which a single designer would be unlikely to settle on. Bless's lookbooks exhibit what Odo Marquard, the philosopher of the accidental, calls mottliness. Mottliness. Manuel and Bless have worked together since 2004. Theirs is a digitally native collaboration. Yet isn't it rather curious to apprehend these as digital aesthetics? They feel indeed more akin to domestic arrangements, to the unmediated everyday gestures of putting, dropping, leaning, piling, and collecting objects. And why, we might ask, shouldn't those register as digital gestures? To use the InDesign interface as a means to achieving compositional spontaneity is a rather contrary experience. The informality of this layout is achieved despite software. Digital objects want to snap into alignment with one another and the underlying grid. Everything is assumed to crave regularity. However unruly the designer's intentions, many layers of technical indirection exist between the energy of the hand, which guides this image, to this particular position, and the indifferent representation of the resulting composition in the code, which structures the digital document. Digitized spontaneity gives a skeuomorphic energy. The gesture is transported into another realm of computerized affect. However, there are some digital operations which stimulate the designer's sensitivity to chance. Photoshop's quick selection tool at a technical level is merely a trigger for algorithmic processes which select groups of pixels according to predetermined thresholds of color and contrast. The experience of using this tool is unpredictable and immediate. It encourages experiment and feels spontaneous, in contrast to other, more laborious and judicious techniques for selecting parts of an image. To work through digital design processes to achieve compositional informality, as Manuel does, should not be taken as ironic. That would be to miss the delicate bricolage happening here. Manuel's work for Bless positions itself carefully and deliberately. The relational and practical complexity of its inserting itself into the graphic design of the unsuspecting publications that it occupies is the counterpoint to its seeming compositional innocence. This is a bag that Mitchan at Bless made for me with some leftover printed sheets. As Mitchan worked, I was reminded of Donald Winkler's 1974 film, In Praise of Hands. The hands in the film are neither unfettered nor especially expressive. They are skilled, disciplined. The beauty of their movement is its economy, its effortless control, not any sense of careless disregard. In appreciating Manuel's work with Bless, let us not be anachronistic. Let us not separate the computer from the history of tools. Let us not pretend that the hand is ever truly headless. Let us simply reflect on how the disembodied technical inscrutability of the computer only makes Manuel and Bless's insistence on compositional disobedience all the more vital. Luis R.K., my companion on this visit to Bless, is going to sing us out.
Pure digital graphics, making contact with physicality. Oh, pure digital graphics, making contact with physicality.